Lila, a destitute stripper who suffers from bills. 3 months ago, I'd been planning to audition for the New York Ballet Company. Now I was applying glitter to my skin for men who would tuck dollar bills into my G-string. 3 months ago, the wedding day of me and a man I had never met, Ethan Pacheco, a marriage I wanted no part of. I had slipped away while the guests were arriving, needing a moment to breathe, to think. I had wandered aimlessly until I heard sounds coming from one of the guest bedrooms. Although the man had his back to me, I knew he must be my fiancé, who I had never met. Without twice thought, I drived away from the estate, away from Ethan Pacheco and the future that had been decided for me. I ended up at a bar downtown in the late night, drowning my sorrows in tequila shots. That's when he appeared beside me.
Bad day?
The worst.
I'm Ethan.
Of course you are. I'm running away from one Ethan tonight. I don't need another. I had laughed then, a bitter, hollow sound. The funny thing was, with all the drama going on, I still didn't know what my fucking fiancé looked like. But this guy had been charming, attentive, and I'd been vulnerable, hurt, and increasingly drunk. When he suggested we get a room at the hotel next door, I hadn't said no. I'd woken alone, with nothing but a lingering hangover, and the crushing realization that I couldn't go home again, not to face my father's disappointment, not to marry a man who had already betrayed me. So I disappeared, cutting off contact with everyone from my old life. My savings hadn't lasted long. Now I had to dance in a bar to earn money. The bar had been booked out by the owner tonight. He was going to hold an important party in Recognize me?
Shouldn't your older brother be running this meeting? I can't imagine your father Henry's crazy enough to let a 23-year-old handle business this magnitude.
Everyone turned to gauge Ethan's reaction, the tension thick enough to cut with a knife.
Care to guess why I'm the heir while my big brother works under me? You're not in any position to question my capabilities.
The man's face reddened. He wisely kept his mouth shut. The meeting dragged on, numbers and threats mixing with the heavy beat of the music. I felt increasingly lightheaded. The room started to spin, or was I the one spinning? I landed hard on the floor, right in front of the gathered crime family bosses.
Is this how you dance, you worthless slit? Ruining our evening with your amateur bullshit?
I looked up to see an ugly older man in the corner. He pulled out a thick wad of cash, throwing it on the ground, bills scattered across the floor like fallen leaves.
If you don't want to lose those pretty legs of yours, crawl over here and give me a proper lap dance. And don't stop until every piece of that costume is on the floor.